Exactly. Alright. Let's see if stuff's working. YouTube, are you working? My camera's jiggly. YouTube, are you working? Let's see. From you to me? I don't know. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're working. Go team. Okay. We are running a little late because I was looking at all of the pre-orders for Rumineth. For Lumineth Realm Lords this morning. Because my horny fox is finally on pre-order. I have been waiting for that model for fucking ever. I'm going to convert the hell out of it and turn it into probably a Warp Lightning Cannon. Something for this game. I'm going to convert it to something for this game. I don't know what yet. I'll be honest, I actually don't know what size it is. I'm assuming it's on a 60. So I'm assuming it's like on like a Dreadnought size base. Basic this size. I'm assuming it's on. It could be on like a 40 or a 32. That'd be really weird. But I'm assuming it's pretty big. Alright. So I was very excited that my horny fox is going up for pre-order finally. I cannot wait to pick him up. I am the most excited to get him. Turn him into something. And then if he gets Warcry rules and the kangaroos get Warcry rules, I might actually pick up Lumineth to use as Lumineth to play Warcry with. But let's not get ahead of ourselves with hoping for rules for the horny fox. Alright. So what are we doing today? Well, first off, I gotta make some room. I was up to 1 a.m. last night building some orks. We'll take a look at them in a minute. But I've got the Daka Jet. Shoopa. So, I've got the Daka Jet all painted up. Got all the details in there. Got the bombs in there. I'm going to paint some silly stuff on the bombs, like flames and stuff still. Haven't done that yet. We could actually do that today. And then I've got the gunner, who's fully magnetized. Magnet there. You can see the magnet down the bar there. And then we got all of the like little bit of grubby weathering and stuff. But he's pretty much ready to prime. Not prime. We're pretty much ready to cover. God, I'm just wiggling everything. I'm the king of wiggles today. Yeah, he's pretty much ready to not prime. What the fuck is the word? Top coat. He's pretty much ready to top coat. And then I'll do his base after top coating because it's still just a black disc. I'll do his base afterwards. Just so I can get some protection on him because he's such a big model. And I'm probably going to knock him around a bunch. But it's nice. You can see like the staining from the wash and stuff. I'm pretty happy with how that came out. You know, it's a little swishy and a little swappy and I like it. I think it looks pretty good. So, feel the need for war. So we've got him. He can go over there. I've also was starting work on the bullet farmer. I snipped out one of his teeth and replaced it with a big bullet, which I thought was pretty funny. So he's going to be my other war boss. So my orcs right now are going to have 3 war bosses. They're going to have Immorted Joe themed Gazgul Thraka. They're going to have Rictus Erectus on a war bike. And then they're going to have the Bullet Farmer, who's going to be the war boss on foot. I also started working on the Death Dread. So I think I showed this guy off before, but I got his other arm on now. These were originally magnetized, the arms were, but honestly they didn't hold super well, and I don't need to swap them out, so I just fixed posed them, because I magnetized the guns. So he can have the guns, he can have the rockets, the like weird energy guns, he can have those too. I think I could put this on there if I wanted to magnetize it. He can have pretty much everything, except for a like 4-arm set of claws. But honestly, I like him having some shooting. I think it looks cooler. It just seems orkier to me than the 4 arms. The 4 arm is like, that's like a Tyranid aesthetic to me, right? Like, it's not really like an orc aesthetic, so not a big fan of it. So we're going with the shooty bang bangs there. So he needs some customization options still. You can see I've done a little, like he's got different shoulder pads and stuff. But pretty much my desk right now is all customized options for him. I was playing around with. So we'll move all those over to the side. And then here's some bits too. Because when you pick up the box, you also get a Mad Doc, who I don't really want to customize. He's pretty much great as he is. You get another set of knobs. So these guys are probably going to be shooting knobs, because my last box of knobs was cutting knobs. So they're probably going to be shooting knobs. So there's lots of like machine gun options and stuff in here. So that's pretty cool. All right. So we can work on the Bullet Farmer, or we can work on some regular knobs. Kind of want to do some more customization to the Bullet Farmer, so I don't think I'm going to paint him just yet. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the Bullet Farmer off to the side. Nah, screw it. We'll paint the Bullet Farmer. I can do his customization later. So this is sort of what the orcs on foot end up looking like. This is the Wah Boys here. The Bullet Farmer there, he's going to actually have a green tinge to him. Because the Bullet Farmer isn't a Wah Boy. He's a, he's from a different town. He's not from the cult of the V8 like these guys are. So he's gonna be like a mint green kind of color. So, but we can get some other of his details painted at least, and that'll be pretty rad. I'm gonna eat this other piece of candy because it's helping me wake the fuck up. It's been a great weekend, but it's been a fucking hard weekend. You ever have it where stuff's just going too fucking well, and like your brain can't process it, and you just become a nervous, anxious wreck? That's my weekend. I'm just sitting here waiting for something terrible to happen. I'm like, I know what's going on, And that's the Dakajet falling over. Alright, Dakajet, you go back over here. Oh, let's do the Dakajet's bombs. Yeah, that'll be fun. Let's do that. That'll give me a little bit of time to process how I'm going to paint the Bullet Farmer. So you technically shouldn't be painted like the Wah Boys. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Just so I can hold it. Okay. We got some yellow bombs. We got some green bombs. Okay. Let's see what we got. We got some pure red raw hat. Now they're Australian for some reason. I don't know what. That's how they are now. Kind of fits with it being Mad Max, if I do say so. Alright, we got some pure red. Let's do some flames on one of the bombs. Because that is kind of funny. Alright. Alright, so let's paint like the whole tip of this one red. With this part here all forward, we'll do it all in red. And then we can have like a fiery kind of motif coming off of it like this. Down like into the body. Alright, so I'll hit that with paint. And we'll fill in some of our fiery motif. How are we looking on, can you see on camera? Thanks, you can, okay. Yeah, just a little bit of freehand. I'm not the best at freehand, obviously. You can see how much paint is on my brush. It's gonna make really, really like really thick freehand, like blobs for freehand. I think this paint's way too thick for freehanding, but you know, they're orks, they're bombs. It's gonna be okay. You know, so I'm not applying it like 100% super amazing coverage. It's because I really kind of want some of the darker tone underneath. Like I still want that kind of like wash weatheringness to it. So like it kind of looks dirty. I still want that. So I do wish I kind of want to magnetize these bombs, to be honest. At first I was like, nah, I don't want to have to keep track of like 40 bombs. But like I kind of wish I could magnetize them. I kind of wish I would have. Now I could technically still snip them all off and then magnetize them, but you know, it's not worth that effort. It's just from when I was first building this, I kind of wish I would have magnetized them. Like them being magnetized wouldn't offer any value at all. It would be neat, you know. So I kind of wish I would have, to be honest, but like I said, it wouldn't offer any value. It just would have been neat. We'll just hit it a little bit more, get a little bit better coverage. So you don't really have very good coverage. We'll round out this end here like that. We'll hit the flame pattern. Nice. Sweet. All right, so let's oh, shoot. Let's probably decide to talk. What's it saying? I don't know. It explodes when Discord goes off and does anything now. Sorry, I'm a new phone, man. Weird. Okay, so that's that one. I think that's kind of cool. Actually, we might actually do a similar motif for all of the yellow bombs. I think that's kind of cool, to be honest. So yeah, let's go ahead and do little red tips on all of the yellow bombs. And you can see how like dirty the bombs are. I kind of really slapped the wash on really heavy last night at like 1 a.m. Defos overdid it some, that's for sure, but it's okay. And we're gonna do little fire bits. But yeah, so last night yesterday I went down into the island. I went down to Honolulu. And I checked out the painting competition at Other Realms, which is one of the gaming stores here. I have my Immortan Thraka in the painting competition. So if you Google Other Realms, you can actually see all the models that are in the competition. A lot more models showed up than people were expecting, which is really cool. And I actually covered the entry cost for 20 models. So that's really neat. And I posted that out, and I hope that motivated a bunch of people to put their models in, you know? I really hope it did. So, there's so many entries I don't think I'm going to place now, to be honest. And that's okay. You know, like pure paint on brush application is not my strong suit. That's not what I'm the best at, right? I'm particularly good at coming up with an idea and carrying it out through a model. And like model or concept. I'm not super good at putting the paint on the model. So I don't think I'm going to place anymore, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's just cool that there's a painting competition because, you know, like I did my Morton Thraka initially, right? Like I sculpted his mask and he was ready to rock. I was like, okay, yeah, this is super cool. I'm good. I'm happy with this. And then I was like, you know, it's a competition. I want to add some more to them, right? So I went back and I re-sculpted the mask like 2 times, and I did filler on it, and you know, like it was really nice. I feel like with that I got to learn a bunch of stuff that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise. And if I'm super honest, that's why I like competitions. That and I get to see everybody's work. So I had a friend who put in a big dinosaur model. It was really cool. It was nice to see. It was cool to see his model because I actually haven't actually ever played him in Age of Sigmar. So it's cool to see some of his Age of Sigmar models. You know, and someone else actually put a Death Dread in, which was really cool. Always a big fan of more orcs. You know, there's a yeah, there's a lot of coolness, you know, with the painting competition. But don't think I'm probably gonna. I definitely know I'm not gonna get first place. I don't know if I'm gonna place it all, to be honest. Just because there's so many entries, and that's cool. You know, a lot of them are very much like, this is a display piece, and I'm not really about that, right? Like anything I paint, anything I do, I wanna be able to put it on the table, you know. So like big display bases and that kind of stuff, that's a big no for me, dog. Just because I want to be able to play with the toys, right? Like be able to put my toys on the table. Sorry, we're wiggling a little. Stop. Thank you. Be able to put my toys on the table is like a big rush, right? Like I really dig it. Like that's like, oh, so exciting. You know, so you know, I want that feeling, right? Like when you have a big display piece, I guess technically you could play with it, but I don't know. Not for me. Not for me. Not to say it's bad. If that's what people are into, fucking rock on, dude. But definitely not my jam. My jam is shoddily painting flames onto orc bombs. Oh yeah. Let's do the last one here. This one might be slightly off camera. It's a little hard to hold this one on camera. So. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's do some other painting for the other kind of like more military looking bombs. Let's figure out what do we want to do today. It'd be fun to paint a mouth on one of them. You know, like the old like bombers and stuff. It'd be pretty rad. So let's do that. We'll do it here in this big bomb. Let's say that there's like, we'll just essentially reverse paint teeth, like just paint in the negative space. That should work pretty well, I think. To be honest, I'm totally flying with off the cuff on this one, so like I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. It's all like, hey, let's do this. It would be fun, right? Like painting this thing will be fun, kind of deal right now. So I don't even know if I'm on camera. I'm not. Blurp. There we go. And we should be able to fill in the negative space, and it should go as kind of like a mouth kind of thing. I think. That's how it should work, if I understand painting at all. Which, I mean, let's be honest, I probably don't. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the Wall Boys. I've got some Sister of Battle here on my desk too, and they don't have any heads yet, because I haven't decided what heads I want to use for them. Because honestly, their helmets, when you paint them in like the standard color scheme, they kind of look like panties to me, and I don't like that. I think that's weird. When you paint them in like the white and the black, they look like, it kind of makes their face look like a crotch, and that's weird. Not a fan of that. Doesn't fit the Sisters of Battle. There was some Laneige, yeah, sure, that'd be awesome. Alright, now I need some eyes. We'll just do the same thing over here. Give it some angry eyes. Okay. Then we can actually carry this down further and keep our motif running. And give it like this really big mouth, and it should be pretty rad. Because really, let's be honest, the orcs wouldn't care about painting over lines and stuff like that, right? Like they would just be like, oh, give it lots of teeth, you know. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to give it lots of teeth. And this, to look good, this one is going to take a couple of coats. So we'll probably keep coming back and working on it. Just because with better coverage, this design will look cooler. So yeah, we'll just keep coming back and working on it and filling it in, and we'll do some pupils and stuff too once the white is all dry. But yeah, been really enjoying painting the orcs. I like orcs. I'm a big fan of them. I'm happy they announced there's like gonna be like a squig orc army thing coming. Super excited for that. Kind of like Snakebite style, where like you've got squigs and like big choppas and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. The preview this week was actually pretty cool. The new Sisters of Battle tank fucking is really cool. I don't know if it's good or not. I've heard a lot of people saying it's probably gonna suck, but I don't care about that. It looks like a tank from like a 1990s like shooter. All right, like like, you know, playing like old fucking Tank Commander or something. That's what it looks like to me. And I think that's really cool. Boom. Hello. This thing's really hard to get on camera, so we might be a little blurry, so I apologize if that's the case. But yeah, I know a lot of people on my Discord, not my Discord, but on the Discords I go to, they were actually really excited with the Necromunda box. And it does look like a box, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Unless it's super, super cheap, I'm not into it. Just because Necromunda, like, I love the setting. Like, the setting is so cool, but, like, man, the rules are, like, super, super dense. They're kind of, like, way too dense for me. But, like, I love the customization of, like, the gangs and all the different, like, creatures you can get and stuff. I'm, like, super into that, but the rules are really dense. Alright, so we've got our boom bomb. We've got our angry face bomb there. And we've got some with fire. So we're going to go back and we're actually going to hit the fire again. We're going to hit that with a different tone of red. Because I think that will look pretty sweet. Alright. Which red do I want? I don't know. I'm just looking for a good red. We've got Vampire Red. That'll do. Vampire Red from Army Painter. So we'll just do like an inner motif of red on the bombs. So they'll have like a brighter red and then a darker red. Right, so like not the whole thing, just like part of the bomb, you know. And we can actually carry that fire pattern further down on it as well. I don't know how well this is going to read, but we'll play with it and we'll see what it looks like. It might not be that big of a color difference, but we'll, like I said, we'll play with it, see what it looks like, and go from there. Because the pure red, it can be kind of like a little bit like pinky orangey. So we'll see. Worst case, the motif won't work and at least the tip will be a different color. Yeah, I'm actually honestly having a hard time telling where I painted and where I didn't. I don't think that's going to work at all. Okay, so we're not going to do that color. We'll find another color for it. Let's let it dry. We'll put the Dacajet off to the side. And we'll start working on the Bullet Farmer. Since I've got these reds out. So let's find a brush that's not terrible. There we go. We'll get some red down. So I do like this red. I think it's going to be a really nice squig red. When I dry brush some other colors over it and then do washes and stuff. I think it'll look really nice. So I think this plus like maybe like the Avalanche Sunset. God, I'm umming and ahhing a lot today. The Avalanche Sunset. What are these things called? Contrast paint. I think that's going to look pretty sweet. So we'll give it a try. I think it'll be nice. The squigs, originally I was going to try to paint them like whited, washed out too, like all the Wild Boys are. But I decided that I'm actually going to do them in. I'm going to do them in like bright, super crazy bright colors, because I think they'll add a nice bit of color to the army. To be honest, so I'm pretty interested in that. We're just going to use up what's left here, and then we'll move on to a different color. But just to get something down, you know. Because the squig, he's kind of like out on the front of the model, right? So he's gonna get hit with other paint as I go around. Just it's gonna happen. No matter how neat I am, this squig's gonna catch something. So I'm not gonna worry about super painting him until later in the model. But just because I've got the red out, we'll get some of it put in. Okay. Now we've got a big power claw, we got a chainsaw. Let's walk through what we got for color schemes. All right, we've got flesh, we've got teeth, we've got his bullet tooth, we've got some chain bits, right? So chain bits, cables. We've got some saws. We've got these claws for the hand. We've got some mechanical bits for the hand. We got some heat shielding here. We got some armor. The gun's got some cables as well. Here's some kind of wrapping. Got teeth and some like cords, leather boots, leather belt, and like chest rig. We got a shirt. We got pants. We got some knee armor bits. We got some grenades. We got part of his whole leather backpack here. And he's got some kind of like mechanical belt. And he's got some armor down there on what would be a donger if he was a real creature and not an orc. Okay. Alright, so lots of colors in this. Lots of different areas. You know, so let's go ahead. There's actually too many to try to like really knock out a color palette for this. Right, like I really can't think about, you know, what our colors are all going to be so far. Like I could probably sit down and think about it, but honestly, I don't think that's practical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start knocking out some colors. Things that I know, you know, just so they match the rest of the army, and just so, like I know what I want. Or just because I know what these kind of parts already are colored in the rest of the army, and because I want them to match, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to knock some of them out. I was trying to come up with a full color palette for this. It's not going to work. There's just too many bits and bobs here. So I'm going to start with what we know and build off of that. You know, a nice little stepping stone to move into something else where we really fully ought to define the color palette. But just knocking out what we know. I'm probably wiggling the hell out of the camera today. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Okay. If the red makes them go faster and pink is right enough, doesn't mean the model moves faster if it's in pink. You know, I would say it is. Sure, why not? If your pink is too purple, though, you'll never see them, because they'll just be invisible. So, something to consider there. Alright. And you could do a whole orc army in pink, why not? I mean, I'm painting greenskins in not green, so, you know. So in Gunpla, when you're building like Gundams and stuff, they have this phrase, and it came from one of the anime cartoons. And it's Gunpla is freedom. And it's such like a cheesy, stupid phrase, but I think it's one of those important things, right? And I feel like sometimes people get so caught up in how they're supposed to paint the model that they sort of miss the joy of painting it, right? Like I've got some Sisters of Battle here on my desk, like just headless sisters, right? I haven't figured out what heads I want them to have yet. But I am so excited to paint them because they're like possibility, right? Like, man, if I do their armor in, you know, this cobalt blue, well then I can do their, you know, their like lady wraps in, you know, and like tan on the outside, and then I can do like a really crazy bright like orange on the inside of it, or vice versa, you know, and that's really fun, right? Like, but if I was just being like, oh man, I'm gonna follow the box art because that's what you're supposed to do, you know, like if everything was supposed to look like the box art, they would come pre-painted. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't have situations where like, you know, you paint them yourselves, right? Like, you would just buy a box of models and they would come the color they're supposed to come, and you know, that would be it. But that's not how it is, you know. Like, it's all about putting your paint on there, your character, your story, and I like that. Alright, this brush is too small. Not too bad either. It means you're just lucky. Got some scissors in preparation for Sister Predator Gang. That's that thing is cool as hell, man. That was one of the things announced this weekend. It's a big, all honking tank, and it's super angular. It's really cool looking. I like it a lot. But actually, I picked this box of Sisters up because I was kind of interested in the Piety and Pain box set. I don't know why. It just, you know, honestly, it looks like something different, right? Like, because I don't really play either of those armies, but like from a like I want to build and paint this standpoint, it looked like something different, right? Like, I've never played Drukhari, I've never painted Drukhari, I've never even really looked at the model range, and same thing with the Sisters, right? Like, I knew they existed and I thought they were cool, but I never actually like really looked at them. So I picked up this box just to see if I enjoyed building them, right? Because I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll pick up the Piety and Pain box. Spoiler alert, I did. I've got one coming from Armchair. Because Other Realms was totally sold out on them. Not to say that Armchair's bad or anything. It's just I usually buy my 40k stuff at Other Realms, but they were totally sold out. Armchair is actually an amazing store. I love them. The owner, Keith, is a fucking giant sweetheart. I actually had pre-ordered other stuff from them earlier that day. I was just, you know, I like to spread my shopping around the island to all the different stores. So I was going to pick up the box from Other Realms, but nope. They were sold out. So I got one from Armchair instead. So looking forward to that. I sort of originally got interested in Sisters because I really like that Paragon Warsuit. It has such a like an aliens stay away from her, you bitch, like feeling to it. I don't know, I really like it. I think it's super cool. So I'm just gonna do a little army with them, nothing crazy, like I usually do, you know, like 25 power level, 50 at most. Sisters, maybe a tank or two. You know, nothing super crazy. Nothing like, you know, like here's 50,000 points of Sisters. Nothing like that. So just enough that I can pick up the models that I like and that I think are interesting. Like that Paragon Warsuit and some of the tanks and stuff. Paint up the Drukhari too. Yeah, I am. I think there's not right away, right? Like they're gonna be something that I'm gonna work on for a little bit because I think there's a lot of possibility in the Drukhari for doing like body horror stuff, and having like weird mutants and stuff like that, and I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to paint them up, probably some in more of that like vein, more of the like flesh surgeon, like we stitch monsters together kind of thing, because I think that's a pretty cool way for them to go, and we'll see what happens with them. But that's what I'm thinking right now. So they're not a tomorrow project or a week after that or a month after that project. They're I want to think about them and do them in the future kind of thing. They are not a something I'm sort of like, really racing to knock out kind of thing. All right, so let's get. Let's do some of the other colors that I know what I want them to be. So I know what I want these wrappings to be. So let's knock those out. I want them to be Xandri dust. Them up on par with the Gene Stealers call as the custom paint schemes go. It's called to have tons of fun stuff to paint. Yeah. I mean, hell, dude, I turned my Gene Stealers, my Gene Stealer calls into Skaven, so, I mean, I feel you there. You can do a lot of cool stuff, man. So, like, I mean, hell yeah, rock on, right? So, yeah, so I want to do something with it weird with them, right? Like, I don't know what yet. They're going to be like a back burner project. They're not going to be something I work on right away. I might build Layla Hesperax, because I think she's a really fun character. And I think her model has a ton of potential. It's one of the things that really sort of talked me into the box. I think her model has just a ridiculous amount of potential, and I actually think Games Workshop did a really bad job painting it. I think they really like kind of shit the bed with it, to be honest. I think that's a shame because I think that model is actually super, super, super cool. They did a bad job showing it off. All right, let's see. We got some more wrapping here as well. So the Bullet Farmer kind of had this weird like Egyptian motif to him. So he had this like hat with like plaits on the side that were made out of gun chains. I've been debating doing something like that still to this guy for customization purposes, but I haven't really decided on it yet because I think it would be really hard to pull off and look good and not look stupid. So the bullet tooth might be the only thing the Bullet Farmer is getting, unfortunately. But I don't know. Still kicking around the idea. Alright, our bombs are probably dried enough that we can try a different color out now. So we'll swap over in a second and do those. Alright. There's enough variety in the armor that makes them a bit more interesting to paint in the Space Marines too. Yeah, a lot of the models look like they have different sculpts, which is really neat. A neat mix of like dudes and ladies in there, which is pretty cool too. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so the red tip, you can sort of see it. It didn't mega well, it worked super well. So let's swap it to a different color. Let's look at what we got. We've got Game Ink. Is this an ink? Or is it just really runny? It's kind of the same color, to be honest, either way. Let's see what we got. We've got Mythical Orange and Lava Orange and Rust. This says it's an effect, but I don't remember this being an effect paint. I think this is just an orange paint. Let's see what we got back here. We've got Barbarian Flesh. We're not using that. Scar Tissue. We're not using that either. I should have Jacarero Orange somewhere. Here it is. I've got Jacarero Orange. Let's try Lava Orange. Let's see if Lava Orange stands out a little bit better than the deep red does. No, let me mix it up a little bit better. Shake, 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 shake. Ooh, yeah, that's like a papaya-y color. I like it. And need to mix that up a little bit more there, actually. There we go. Oh, actually, this might be really close to the yellow, to be honest. But it's definitely going to stand out on top of the red. Yeah, this is actually, this is very, very similar to the base yellow that I used for these. That's okay. Well, good to know that there is Mythical Orange is Avalanche Sunset. It's good to know. I've been trying to figure out which one of these colors was the Avalanche Sunset alike, and now I know. We'll definitely add another layer to the bombs, though, so that's pretty cool. So we'll take it. It's fine. It is going to take multiple layers, though. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. At least he'll have a little bit of something going on with his bombs, even if it's not the bestest. Just so they're not like just flat colors or anything. So there's something going on there. Okay. So I'm just the bigger one. I'm just kind of painting tentacles out from the middle here. And then I'll fill it in. I'll fill it in as I go, and we'll get kind of a fire effect out of it that way. Now we start filling it in, and we'll make it look like fires. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely going to take more than one coat. but it's cool. We'll get this first coat down, and then I'll check the chat again, see what's going on. Did you find a store? Did you call a store and ask you to put down for the kangaroo thing yet? I think it goes on pre-order next week. Saw a post just now about it, but I don't know. Pre-order for the preview or the pre-order itself? Okay, so that's a pre-order for the preview. They are going up on pre-order next Saturday. So that's going to be all of the additions to the Lumineth Realm Lords and a bunch of boxes for the new book. So the boxes, they're all pretty okay. I actually kind of like the Nurgle one. If I hadn't bought so much stuff lately, I probably would pick up the Nurgle one. But because I bought a bunch of other stuff, I'm not going to. I'll pass on it. But I think it's a pretty cool box because you get 2 like HQs and just a bunch of troop options. But I'm gonna pass on it just because I've bought so much stuff lately. The box I think is super good if you just bought just the start collecting. So that's one of the things I think is neat about it. But thank you for the compliment on my Jet. I'll feel a need for war. Sorry for wiggling the camera. I keep leaning on it by accident today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, you can see his boom bomb there. But yeah, you can see this is going on really, really thick. I'm not a big fan of that. I need to stop painting it when it's wet. All I'm doing is tearing the paint. I'll stop doing that now. But yeah, Jet. He's got his magnetized gunner as well. So you can see the bar in there to magnetize it. And then he's got one here on the bottom. Just so I can spin it without worrying about it falling out. But yeah. He's pretty cool. And I'm just trying to do something on the bombs to give him a little bit more personality. So let's actually paint the let's actually paint some more of the one with the mouth. That would be fun. Let's do that. He needs pupils and like a little mouth hole. So we'll paint a little mouth hole in. Maybe he didn't actually need that. It's okay. We'll make the mouth hole a little bit bigger. There we go. Boop, boop, ba-doo, ba-doo. And he needs some pupils. Are we on camera? Yep. Cool. But yeah, I am so excited for the Fox. Oh my god, dude. And if they get Warcry rolls, I will probably pick up 2 of them and use one for Lumineth Realm Lords in Warcry. If the Fox doesn't get Warcry rolls, I'm just going to pick up one and use it for Skaven. Little Mr. Bomb! Yeah, let's make the mouth hole a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'll convert it and use it as like a warp lightning cannon or something. Actually, not sure how big he's going to be yet. I'm expecting him to be on a 60. If he's a really tiny model, I don't know what I'm going to do. He might just have to be like a gray seer or something. Because I'm kind of expecting him to be on a 60, to be honest. I'm expecting him to be a big boy. But I really haven't seen a comparison yet of size. I'll know for sure on next Saturday, because I'll be able to, it'll be posted and I can read it on the store. But there's our bomb bro, ready to go blow up some Imperial Guards. Oh. So here he is. Boom. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll put the deck off to the side again. And we'll pick up Bolt Farmer and put some more colors in on him. Alright, so he needs some cloth colors now. Castle Gray? Castle Gray. Army Painter, Castle Gray. We'll use this for his pants color. Actually, before I do that, let me look up a picture of the Bullet Farmer. Just to make sure he doesn't have like a specific colored outfit. But I don't remember him having a specific colored outfit. Okay, so there he is. Yeah, I need to put more bullets on this guy. He needs more bullets. He does have bullet teeth in the movie, which is what I was going for. But I'll get some more bullets and put them on him. But he's mostly browns, so I think I'm pretty much free. There he is when he loses his eyes. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much free to do whatever there. Yeah, there you can see him with his bullet teeth. Okay. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I think my options, I'm pretty open for colors there. Yeah, he's pretty much in just brown, so I've got leeway there. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't like all clearly one like specific color. You know what I mean? Like the War Boys, you know, like they're pretty much in just monotone outfits, right? And it sells their skin tone a little bit better. So like if you were to paint them in brown, they wouldn't look as good as doing them in blacks and grays. So I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like any specific color thing for the Bullet Farmer. So we'll do Castle Gray for his pants. And then because we're going to have brown for the boots and brown for all his armor here, we'll do like I don't know, some nice soft kind of color for the shirt. But yeah, I gotta dig out some more bullets, put them on these guys. Did not realize the Bullet Farmer was so covered in bullets. I just remembered him having the weird like plaited hat thing, and then having bullet teeth. So, also not sub-assembling this model makes it kind of hard, but it's okay. This way we get a nice feeling for who the model is without doing sub-assembly. Yep. And we'll yeah, we'll actually just want his armor in this color. Got one. So this is Game Color Tinny Tin. We'll use some of his armor in this, and it will also help make him stand out a little bit from the Wall Boys because I don't want this guy to be a Wawboy looking color-wise, so we'll just get some of this on. I think I actually need to wrap up in a minute, so I think I have to run to watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so I think I need to run in a minute. But I got this paint out, so we'll go ahead and we'll use it up. That's probably my husband being like, where are you? Why are you not coming downstairs yet? But we'll use up this paint and then I will head downstairs. Yeah, I think the brown will be nice. This guy's also, he's going to be like a mint green color. So he should stand out really nice from all the Wawboys. Because he himself is not a war boy. So, let's get these blocked in a little bit. Not very neatly done, just getting color on there so we can get an overall feel for it. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'll dig up some bullets for this guy and cover him in them, because that'll be funny. Tell him to come upstairs so you can plastic and chill. I wish. No, we do like a VR thing with some friends in Maryland every week. So we watch movies in VR with them. And like TV shows and stuff, just to try to stay connected with them, because you know, being out in Hawaii with the time difference and stuff, it's really hard. So we try to do that every week. So he's probably like, where the hell are you? And I'm like, I want to use up this paint. And he's like, it's like 10 cents worth of paint. I'm like, too bad. Alright, well, I should wrap up really, so let me go ahead and do that. And I will go ahead and call it. Thank you guys for watching. I will leave you with the Jackajet. And hopefully we'll work some more on some of these guys coming up soon. Maybe on Wednesday we'll paint the Death Dread. But I'm out. Bye guys.